Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to the Hot Stocks Outlook for March 23rd, 2017. Hope you're all doing well out there in the markets. And we have a ton of things to go over today with a lot of volatility really kicking into these bigger stock indexes and things like that. But we're going to go ahead and look at a lot of different types of opportunities here. We've got, home builder here. We've got technology stocks, financials, basic materials. So very important to go ahead and understand how exactly this works here. Now, we're going to start with KB Homes, and very, very straightforward, which we saw in Pulte and really a lot of these home builders here, of when we get this crossover of our predicted moving average moving above the actual moving average, and that coincides with our predicted neural index, that 48-hour forecast, it signals it's time to go ahead and start getting long the market. And this has been a really great opportunity here, but a couple of really nice things I want to point out. Now, market's up about 15%. Actually, right now we're trading up here near about 17%, about 1950 or so. And, really the key is understanding how to adapt with those overall market conditions as they change, really regardless of what your strategy is. If you're shorter term, longer term, you're going to really know what to do. So, once you know this stock is in an uptrend, you really understand that when you get, hey, weakness over the next couple days, well, that's a great time to go ahead and buy into the market. And so we're going to see a lot of these opportunities where it's really the trade management, using the moving averages, the neural index, and then this predicted high and low, which I'll go ahead and bring up here. You see, just tapping that predicted low, really great short-term entry to get into the market. You see the next day getting a huge rally of about 6%. So almost 20% in this stock where you would have bought it around really $16.80, $17 a share, pushing up towards $20 a share. So huge trading opportunity, really with a small position to make a considerable amount of money there on the upside. But let's go ahead and move forward and really start looking through some of these opportunities and the tools that traders can use to really, get a huge advantage. You really see here really just great entries using these predicted low levels to go ahead and get involved with these trending markets. Even today, about a 50 or 60% move higher from these predicted low levels in this uptrend here. So let's move forward. Let's go over to Roper Industries here. Now, this has been a longer term trend, but again, demonstrates how you really need to adapt to the market. When things start moving around in the S&P, you start getting these really big sector rotations, which it seems like there's a lot of money moving to away from different spots and into different markets very recently here. So here in Roper, getting this crossover to the upside all the way back in January that said, start buying into this market. And we see that since that crossover remained to the upside, there's about a 13% rally higher. But you just see how effective these shorter term tools are of, if you're a trader and a little bit shorter term minded, you're going to use this neural index to understand, these are the days where you're coming in and pushing those shorter term trades. But things really start to change with the outlook of that neural index, those shorter term forecasts. You start to see the weakness over this time period. And at this point, it says, look, the trend is now down. Go ahead. You don't want to be involved in this market. And we see a lot of these markets really took a dive over the past week here, with the S&P going down over 1% over the past week on a single day. And seeing a lot of these things, like I said, these sectors really rotate, things changing, and you really need to adapt to that to really make the most of these trading opportunities here. So about a 13% rally to the upside, and already a pretty decent move lower here over just the last couple of days here. Market down almost 2% there. Don't want to be messing around with stocks, certainly in the short term as a trader, when stocks are really giving you that outlook that things look a little weak there on the previous upside move there. Analog devices we spoke about last week, and this is what's so critically important here is, we'd gotten this move. You see a lot of this volatility that you really need to have those positions ready to go. But look what happened recently, where the software said, look, the trend, we're no longer in an uptrend anymore. The neural index showing you a lot of weakness, so that as a trader, you can say, look, I've been in this market for a while. I've been, pushing those shorter term trades, making money most of the time here as this market moves about 14% higher over 39 trading days. Plenty of opportunity to make money on that upside. But the last thing you want to be doing is trying to push those positions when you've got all this weakness coming into the market. So again, about a 2% decline. but this may persist. And you certainly don't want to be pushing trades to the upside when you've got these predictive indicators saying, look, things have changed. Be cautious out there if you're pushing any of those long positions. Let's go ahead and look at Methanex here. And basic material stocks. So, a lot of things happening in a lot of these different sectors. But let's go ahead and look a little bit more closely at this trade here. We see the market was forecasted to start moving lower at the beginning of March. That first week of March there says, look, direction down, a lot of weakness from the neural index right there. But here's really the key is that, regardless of your trading style, whether you're a longer term trader, you want to know, when to take that initial position in short, when you can adjust your position and improve your entry and your overall short price, or essentially, overall price if you decide to go long, what that essentially that average price that you're getting is over the course of a trade. And so we see this market moving lower, neural index very, very weak here. But what I want to point out is once this neural index gets bullish, it's really saying, look, expect some strength over the next couple of trading days, right? But the trend is still down. And so as a trader, when you understand that I'm in a very strong weak downtrend, I also should see some short-term strength over the next couple of days. Well, that's when you come in with those shorter-term tools from VantagePoint, things like the predicted high and low, and you want to go ahead and rely on that to really adjust your position and get the best price you possibly can for that trade. And we see how this works out. If you're in a downtrend, expect this strength over the next couple of days. Well, these are great levels to go ahead and set your positions, have them ready to go before the market opens. And these things usually happen really fast, where I'm sure this market shot up here, hit this predicted high, and trading drastically lower over just a couple of day period here. So you see about a 9% decline just in 3 trading days, but very, very clear saying that, look, market's in a downtrend. You don't want to be taking long positions. And if you're going to take short positions, just use those tools for the time periods that you're trading to get that really good price and entry for that opportunity. So 9% in a few days, seeing a more dramatic move over the longer haul here, about 12% down, a little more than that actually, about 12.5%, $6 per share on a $49, $50 stock since that downtrend started there. So last but not least, again, we see this all over the market. A lot of these financial stocks have not been doing well. A lot of these, much bigger banking stocks. And you see here in Capital One Finance here, very, very clear crossover to the downside. And look at this neural index, just holding down at a 0 there, saying no reason at all over the past, really this month of March, to be messing around with these financial stocks and buying into them. Not the best time to go ahead and push any sort of long positions. About a 10% decline. And we've seen that in, Bank of America, BBT, a lot of these bigger banks are not performing well. And so what you can do is really rotate that money into stocks that are performing well, that are in uptrends, have that neural index confirmation, and use those predicted high and low levels to really give yourself an edge there, get the best price for that time frame that you're trading. So some really nice opportunities here. Really throughout the market, we see these banking stocks down about 10%. We'll see if that persists. But a really great opportunity, certainly if you trade options and want to hedge any other positions that you have in the market. A really great profitable opportunity there in some of these financials. So as always, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you've had a great week out there in the markets with all this volatility. Definitely good for traders out there. If you have any questions, of course, leave some comments and questions. And thank you all for watching. Best of luck, and bye for now.